What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ryland Trades. Guys, if you haven't been here already, you're about to learn a treat, guys. This is going to be crazy because you're going to be learning how to get started if you're a beginner day trader or if you know a little bit about it, but you just want to get started. So if you feel like I'm helpful, guys, in this video, hit that like button and subscribe button. That's all I ask, everybody. But I'm going to show you some tips and knowledge and input that could get you to making that good money day trading as soon as possible. So again, if you're a beginner learning how to start, this is your video. This is for you. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, everybody. So as you can see, we're on Google right here. So when you're first starting out as a trader, everybody, you want a platform to trade. This is number one. If you don't have a platform, how are you going to trade? You know what I mean? You got to have a platform. There's a variety of platforms, but my go-to, I'm going to tell you right now, is TradingView. So let's go ahead and show you here. I'm going to type in tradingview.com. Awesome. It comes to here. You go to products, you just press super charts, and as you can see, you're in. So your charts will look something like, you'll probably be on like Apple or something. So your chart's going to look something like this, everybody. As you can see, it's going to show this chart, show the stock you're on. It's going to show the time frames here, indicators, stuff that you could use here to actually help your trading and really sell you forward to knowing what the markets are going to do so you can place trades and make money, right? Basically, this is the whole point of this software. It's really user friendly, and I've been using this ever since day one. When you're on TradingView, as you can see, if you go right click and there's settings, right? You can see there's different symbols, status lines, scales lines, all this different settings here. So you want to make sure you're in your session, right? Your time zone. I'm in LA, so with that being said, that's why I have it on LA for right now. So as you guys could see, you guys have some tools on the left-hand side here. So you could use these tools actually to draw a little line out. For example, this is a little trend line. This is just a little trend line you could use to draw this line out. And people use this in a variety of ways, but they just usually draw a trend line on a trend. And then they see a break with a little retest of that line, and then they go ahead and go short. So when it comes to I know that might sound confusing if you're a beginner trader, but there's two types of orders you can place in the market. There's a long position, which means if I buy the market here, if it hits this target, and that means you win money, basically. You win the trade. And then if it hits this part, this gray area, it's going to lose a trade. For you, it might be red, but I have mine gray. But there's a long position. There's also a short position. So a short, just the opposite way. So if I want to place an entry here for a sell, I can make money when the market goes down to my take profit here. So there's buy orders and sell orders, guys. So as you can see, here's a buy, which is a long position, and here's a short, which is a sell position. So there's two types of ways you can get in the markets there by using that. And it's also a tool right here. It shows long and short position. You could also favorite this. And once you favorite something, right? So if I favorite the forecast, whatever this is, it comes down to right here, right? And then I could use this, this tool. I don't use this tool, but you know what I mean. So with that being said, you could use those tools, fiddle around with it, guys. And also the main thing too is you got to have time frames in your markets, guys. If you're a day trader, you're going to want to trade on the lower time frames, right? So you want to use the 15-second, the 1 minute, and 5 minutes for entries. Okay, this is where you're gonna place your entries. Okay, anything else, any higher time frame, I usually use that to analyze my charts and why, I'm getting into the trade. Why I look for more clarity, basically, on the higher time frames to show me what's gonna happen with the markets next, and then I place my trade maybe on a 1 minute or 15-second or the 5. It just depends on my strategy. But with that being said, once you guys have the software you're going to use, you're going to want a specific strategy, guys, okay? And I actually have a bunch of videos, guys. Check out my other videos. I talk about a lot of strategies in all of my videos, basically. So when it becomes being a beginner in the markets, guys, you got to learn what candlesticks do, okay? So what are candlesticks, guys? Okay, candlesticks are exactly what you see on a chart. You see, looks like a candlestick, right? Looks like you got the wire here, and you light it. So basically, guys, a candlestick, let's go ahead and look at the green one here, okay? I'm going to highlight this. I want you to just look at this candle here, okay? So this candle is going to show right here, this bottom left part is where the market opened, okay? All these candlesticks are in the 1 minute time frame, right? So they're all synced within 1 minute because we're on the 1 minute time frame. So market opened and it closed right up there. And that's why it made this big green candle. So when the market goes up, it's going to create a green candle, and market goes down, it's going to create a red candle. Or, for example, my candles are black instead of red just because it's better for my psychology reasons. With that being said, I'm going to show you exactly a bearish version. So this is another candlestick here. Just know this will be a red candle for you if you're first starting out. Okay, so it's different here. So price isn't open here. It actually opens on the top because it's a candlestick that's the opposite color from this one, right? So price actually opened up here, this line up here, right? And then close down here, okay? So that's why it made this big body. So basically how candlesticks work, I'm going to draw a line out like this, okay? So say if price opens, okay, let's just say price opens here, right? And then after the 1 minute, price closes here. So after the 60 seconds or the 1 minute go by, the candlestick basically, it closes exactly where it is at. So basically, price in our candlestick, it kind of shows that price kind of gets highlighted here, right? As a specific color if the market's going down or up, as you can see. So then it would be like a candle that looks like this, for example, right? And it just kind of gets highlighted, so it looks like it's like a wide body, which is exactly here. So just imagine there's a line here and a line here. So price opened there and price closed there. So when it comes to being a trader, a beginner trader, you got to know what these candlesticks mean, which now you know the open and close, right? Which is good. So with that being said, on my channel, I have a bunch of ways you could actually read candlesticks to know how to place trades and to actually know what they're doing next, everybody, okay? So with that being said, now you know the candlesticks open and close. All right, everybody, so once you know how candlesticks open and close, guys, we're going to look and actually we want to trade, right? So how do you trade? You can't just trade without having a broker. So you got to have a broker. What is a broker? If you go down here to the trading panel, connect through our trusted brokers. As you can see, you have a variety of brokers you could choose here to trade with this platform that support this platform. So all you do is, for example, I use Tradeovate. So for example, I just click on this and I sign up with them. I deposit a little bit of money into that. It connects with TradingView, and then you could place trades, right? So that's exactly how you place trades with a broker. And with that being said, and once you open the account with your broker, you want to understand the risk management. So if you deposit $100 in your account, you're going to start out with $100 as a beginner to trade with, okay? So you want to risk 1 to 2%. So what is that? That's $1 to $2, right? A trade. I don't want you to ever go over 2% if you're a beginner. When you have good risk management, you're going to have good emotions in the market. So really quick, once you know these things, guys, once you have a broker, once you know risk management, once you learn psychology, everybody, you got to have a trading plan, okay? How do you make a trading plan? You're going to take out pen and paper, okay? Follow my steps. Pen and paper, you're going to write down what your plan is. What does your strategy consist of? Okay, my strategy consists of using this candlestick, right, that hits a low, then I go long. You put each steps in your strategy. So you put that, you put your strategy in there, you put your risk management, how much you're going to risk a trade. You're going to risk 1% or 2% a trade. So again, $100, I'm risking $2 a trade if you have a $100 account, okay? So you're going to put your risk management in, how much you're going to risk with your strategy, and your long-term goals and short-term goals. When it comes to doing a trade, everybody, you got to have a market analysis, okay? Guys, when you first start out as a beginner trader, what you need to do is look in the markets, right? For a bias, you got to have a good bias in the market. So what does that mean? You got to know what the market's going to do beforehand, okay? So you want to go on the daily time frames, and the best advice I could give you right now as a beginner is to mark out highs and lows in the markets, okay? So you mark out this candlestick high and low, right? Those are called wicks. So I mark these out, and I go on a lower time frame, and I watch what price does, right? and these little areas here. I'm going to see what price does. And usually, guys, when it comes to becoming a beginner trader, right, you want to see what price goes and reacts from, right? So you're going to drop down again. To have a bias in the markets, you got to know what a fair value gap is. And I'm going to show you. It has to do with 3 candles, okay? So let's look at this one. So there's 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candles, okay? I'm going to highlight this area here just so you see it. We're going to look at these 3 candles, okay? And we're going to draw a trend line from the high of the first wick, the first candlestick wick. Okay, I'm going to draw that to there. Let me get rid of this line just so it's not confusing to you. And then I'm going to go on the 3rd candlestick. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line here. Draw a straight line there. So as you can see, we have this line in here, right? I'm going to highlight the bottom of here. Let me do a different color just so you can see it better. Okay, so this is where price should come back to, this area, anywhere in this area, and bounce off here, right, for entry. So look, if we go up, price on this candlestick, the little wick part comes down into this area. And remember, this is the open right here, and this is the close, but the wick is what price did during that 1 minute, right? So in that 1 minute time frame, this candlestick is based off 1 minute, right? So 60 seconds. So price went up to this high here. That's how high as it went. So that's why the wick is coming out there. During that 60 seconds or that 1 minute, price got it here, which created that wick. And then the lowest part got it here during those 60 seconds. So it created this wick. So you get the open and close during the 60 seconds. It got this high and this low. So basically price uses this as support to come up higher. So then you could go ahead and take your entry here. If you're a beginner, you could trade fair value gaps and target a 1 to 1.5, right? And boom, there you go. All right, everybody. So if you're, again, starting out as a beginner trader, you got to understand this one secret, okay? What is the secret? I'm going to tell you. Hold on. Price is drawn to different areas in the markets, okay? They're called inefficiencies. So basically, inefficiency is what you just learned. A fair value gap. It's called a fair value gap. You draw that first candle to the 3rd. You get this little area, right? Which price comes back to and bounces off that area. That's called an inefficiency. There's multiple of them in the market. This is just the easiest one to identify if you're a beginner. So that's what it is, guys. That's that big secret. Price is drawn to inefficiencies, okay? So guys, when it comes to knowing the markets, understanding the markets and everything, you want to know what day is the best time to trade, okay? So really quick, guys, we're going to go ahead and look at forexfactory.com/market/whatever you're trading. So for example, I'm trading NASDAQ, so I just typed in NDX. As you can see, guys, look at it shows the news here. We're going to go down here. It says upcoming events for NDX. If you're a beginner trader, guys, you don't want to trade on a day where there's a lot of red. Look at there's red here, red. These are all high impact things in the markets. For example, they're news channels that come out and actually impact the markets and make them one-sided. So if you're a beginner and if you're not experienced enough, I wouldn't recommend trading on these days here, especially PPI days and CPI days. So when it comes to becoming a trader and starting out, if you're a beginner, you want to look at this every day, okay? And for an example, when there's a day that there's a red impact news, you don't want to trade that day, guys. Honestly, I would stay away from it if you're a beginner. If you're more advanced, maybe you could go ahead and go in it, but I wouldn't even recommend it either. I would just not trade, guys, on a day like this, okay? When there's a lot of red there. So with that being said, we covered a lot here today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video if you're a beginner. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you found this helpful, guys. I'm going to help you all the way, lead you here all the way. Everybody, take care. Have a great day. Trade on, everybody.